Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I'm Hasham Ali Khan. So now I'm continuing the problems on income from other sources. So in this video, two problems I'm going to explain you, fifth problem and sixth problem. Already four problems I've completed in the last videos. Hope you are continuously watching those videos. If you have not watched, I suggest you to go to the playlist of my channel. Select the subject Advanced Aspect of Income Tax. Watch the initial videos. Be thorough with the provisions of Income Tax Act regarding how to compute the income from other sources. Without understanding the provisions, you should not come to the problem. If you want the complete perfect knowledge on income tax, watch the initial theory videos. Now I am continuing the fifth problem. So before starting the problem, I expect my viewers to have a printout of the problems which I have given in the link under my description. So take a printout, keep it ready and start watching the problems. Take a screenshot of the solution of problems fifth and sixth. Then I'll explain all the points of the problem. Come on viewers, I'm starting the fifth problem. Mrs. Ria submitted the following particulars to you. Compute the income from other sources. So first of all, write the complete heading. Computation of Ria's income from other sources for the assessment year 21-22. Current assessment year 2021-22. So received winning from lottery 70,000. Receive. Actually, winning from lottery is a casual income. It is taxable under the income from other sources. But according to the provisions of Income Tax Act, gross amount should be taken. When the word received is given, it is the net amount. The winner, the lottery winner, what he receives is the net amount. But we need the gross amount. So how to gross it up? Received amount into 100 by 70. 100 by 70. Why we are taking 100 by 70? Because 30% is the TDS on casual income. On casual income, on winning from lottery, the tax deducted at source is 30%. That's why we have to multiply. Received amount is 70,000. 70,000 into 100 by 70. So here winning from lottery, received net amount is 70,000. So we want the gross amount. Gross amount is equal to 70,000 into 100 by 70. You will get 1 lakh. So 1 lakh rupees is the gross winning from lottery. That's it. Next one, received from agricultural land in England, 1,24,000. Agricultural income in India is exempted. If agricultural income is received outside India, it is taxable. So this is the agricultural income in England, so it is taxable. So received from agricultural land in England, 1,24,000. Next one, rent from sublet of house 40,000, rent paid 16,000 and repair 1,000. So rent from subletting is income from other sources. From that, any expenditure incurred on that house which is sublet, that will be deducted. So here subletting rent received is 40,000. Rent from subletting the house 40,000. From this we deduct. The deductions allowed are rent paid 16,000 and repair 1,000. So 16,000 and 1,000, 17,000 deducted. 40,000 minus 17,000, 23,000 is the rent from subletting taxable. Next one is rent from hiring the machinery, 2,000 per month. Rent from let out of plant, machinery, furniture. When the plant, machinery, furniture is let out, the rent received or hire charges received is taxable under income from other sources. 2,000 per month, 24,000. So rent from hiring plant and machinery, 24,000. From this, deductions allowed for expenditure incurred on that machine. So what are the expenditure? Repairs to machinery 5,000, depreciation 8,000. So 5,000, 8,000 are deductions allowed. So 13,000 deduct, 11,000 rupees is the taxable amount. Next comes family pension 8,000 per month. The family pension is also taxable under the head income from other sources. Already last 2-3 problems we have seen the provisions. So first of all, family pension received 8,000 per month into 12, 96,000. From family pension, one deduction is allowed, that is called standard deduction under section 57(2)(a). And this standard deduction is least of the following two amounts. First, 1/3 of pension received, and second, fixed amount of 15,000, which is given by the Income Tax Act. So whichever is least will be allowed as deduction. So here 1/3 of pension, 1/3 of 96,000 is 32,000, and fixed amount given by the Act 15,000. Least is 15,000. So 96,000 minus 15,000, 81,000 is taxable amount. Over. So all the points which are given in the problem I have explained you. Now take the total in the last column. 1 lakh plus 1,24,000 plus 23,000 plus 11,000 plus 81,000. So income from other sources 3,39,000. That's it. This is the complete explanation of problem number 5. Now I am going to explain you about problem number 6. Compute taxable income under the head income from other sources of Mrs. Rafi from the following data. So here you can see computation of Mrs. Rafi's income from other sources for the assessment year 2021-22. One by one item we'll consider. First, private tuition fees received. First time we are coming across. Any income which does not come in the first 4 heads is taxable under this income from other sources. So here private tuition fees, it is taxable under the head income from other sources. Private tuition fees received 20,000. Next one, award from KBC. Kaun Banega Karodpati. So award from KBC, a TV show, gross amount 4,20,000. It is casual income. It is taxable under that income from other sources. So directly I have taken award from KBC TV show, gross income is 4,20,000. Apart from that, winning from lottery 2,000, one more casual income. So 2 casual income. One casual income is winning from KBC, and second casual income is winning from lottery. Both casual incomes we add up. So 4,20,000 plus 2,000, 4,22,000. Next comes pension from employer of deceased husband. That means pension from employer of the deceased husband. Mrs. Rafi's husband was working in an organization. After the death of the husband, pension is being received by the SSC, Mrs. Ravi. It is called family pension, just like the previous problem. The family pension received is 25,000. So I have taken family pension received 25,000. From this, deduction will be allowed under section 57(2)(a), standard deduction. Standard deduction under section 57(2)(a), 1/3 of pension. So 1/3 of 25,000 is 8,333, or fixed amount is 15,000. Whichever is least, that will be allowed. So 8,333 is the least amount. So 25,000 minus 8,333, 16,667 is the taxable amount. Next comes interest on bank deposit. That is also taxable, fully taxable. Director's fees gross, it is also fully taxable. Next comes letting out of vacant land. If open land is let out, then rent received from open land is also taxable under income from other sources. So rent from vacant land 25,000. Then remuneration for checking the examination copy of CA, Chartered Accountants. The remuneration he receives, that means SSC, Mrs. Rafi, she received the remuneration for checking the copies of CA. It is also taxable under income from other sources. So we have taken remuneration for checking the examination copy of CA. Next, remuneration for checking the examination copy of employer's school. That means this SSC, Mrs. Rafi, is working in a school, the employer has given some task of checking the examination papers. So it is taxable under income from salary because she is getting this remuneration from the employer. So whatever employer pays to the employee, that is taxable under the head income from salary. It is not taxable under income from other sources. We are computing income from other sources. So what you have to do after completing the solution, you have to write down here working notes. In that working notes, you should write down remuneration received for checking the examination of employer school. It is taxable under the head income from salary. It is not taxable under income from other sources. Whereas the remuneration received for checking the CA examination papers, that is income from other sources. Because she is receiving not from the employer school. She is getting from CA, other than employer. So if she gets the remuneration other than employer, it is taxable under the head income from other sources. Then income tax refund. When the SSC has paid more advance tax, then the SSC will get refund from income tax department. That is not the income. Our money, we are getting it back. So it is not an income. It is not taxable. So in working note, you should write down refund of income tax is not an income. Then interest on income tax refund, yes, it is taxable. If the income tax department delays in refunding the income tax, they will give the interest to the SSC. So interest is, SSC is earning the interest. SSC is earning the interest from income tax department. So this interest is also taxable under the head income from other sources. So interest on income tax refund 500. Next comes composite rent. Composite rent received 20,000 and related expenditure 5,000. Composite rent is also taxable under the head income from other sources. So composite rent less related expenditure allowed as deduction 5,000, 15,000. Next comes rent from subletting of house. So rent from subletting house taxable under income from other source. Rent from subletting the house 20,000 and rent paid to original owner, that is allowed as deduction. The SSC is a tenant. She has given that house to some other person, subletting. So she is getting the rent and also she is paying the rent. She is getting the rent from her tenant and she is paying the rent to the landlord, owner. So whatever rent she has paid to the original owner, that will be allowed as deduction. So 20,000 minus 12,000, 8,000 rupees is the taxable amount. Next comes income tax paid. Income tax paid will not be considered while calculating income from other sources. Income tax paid will be deducted while computing the tax liability. While computing the tax liability, we consider income tax paid. So income tax paid will not be allowed as deduction while computing income. So in working note you should write down income tax paid will be considered only in computing the tax liability. The income tax paid will not be allowed as deduction. Then payment made for personal expenses, not at all to be considered. It is a payment made for personal expenses. It should not be considered, it will not be allowed as a deduction. So in working note you should write out personal expenses paid, not allowed as deduction. Then payment made to LIC as premium. This payment made to LIC as premium will not be allowed as deduction in computing the income. It will be deducted under section 80. So later on, after computing the gross total income, after computing gross total income, then deduction under section 80C will be given. At that time, we have to consider that payment made to LIC for premium. Right now, we are not computing total income. we are computing only income under the head income from other sources. So for computing income from other sources, we don't require this payment made for LIC. This should be considered if we are required to calculate total income. That's it. So in this problem, you have seen many points are there we have not considered. So for those points, you have to give the note. You have to give a note. Example, you have seen that this remuneration received from the employer school is not taxable here. Similarly, refund of income tax, not an income. Then income tax paid will not be allowed as deduction. Then payment made for personal expenses not allowed as deduction. And payment made for LIC not to be considered while computing the income from other sources. That's all. So we've completed 2 problems in this video, 5th problem and 6th problem. The next problem I'll continue inshallah in the next video. But remember one more point I want to declare, that I have started a second channel by name Khan's Accounting Institute. So go to the search of YouTube channel and type Khan's Accounting Institute. You will get my videos. So visit that channel, subscribe that channel and promote that channel among your friends, relatives who are pursuing IGCSE courses, particularly Cambridge and Taxable. So don't forget to subscribe that channel also. We'll continue the next problem in the next video.